Step 1. Change the office. Well, looks like there's something new. Ari, comment. Tire tracks on the side of the road behind the railroad line. It may be the killer's car. No prints or specific clues. Nothing much to go on. Just one origami store in town. A common species. That doesn't help much. The orchid is a common species. It can be found at any flower shop. The killer's car is probably a Chevrolet Malibu 83. 8 victims in the last 3 years. All boys, aged between 9 and 13. No signs of violence. The victims disappear from public places in broad daylight. No one notices anything. Bodies are found 3 to 5 days later, drowned in rainwater. There is always a railroad line adjacent to where the bodies are found. And all the victims disappeared in the fall. The killer has a large comfort zone. He gained confidence rapidly and moved away from his base. This won't make the geoprofiling any easier. Always the same ritual. An origami in the hand, an orchid on the chest. The victims have always been dead for less than 6 hours when they were found, which means they remained alive for several days before being drowned. Over 3,500 people questioned. Over 100 suspects interrogated. Not a single lead to go on. The killer is white, aged between 30 and 45. He is intelligent, calm, and determined. An organized type. He has a car. He's probably employed, but his work allows him free time. Here we go again. I better go wash my face. I need to take some. I'm gonna faint if I resist. That's all right. I know I can make it. I know I can make it.
This is Lieutenant Blake, Mr. Marshall. Could you please tell him what happened?
It was this afternoon. I went to the park with my son, Sean. We played together for a while, and then he wanted to go on the carousel, so I put him on one of the wooden horses, and when I turned back, Sean had disappeared.
Exactly what time did you arrive at the park? Try to remember exactly, Mr. Mars. Every detail can be important.
It must have been about... "4:45, I think. I'm not really sure.
What was your son wearing when he disappeared?
He was wearing a coat. A beige coat. And a pair of pants. Beige pants.
How could Sean have disappeared without you even noticing? Weren't you right by the carousel?
I can't remember exactly. It all happened so fast.
You say you took your son to the park after school, but you didn't report him missing until 8:15. Why did it take you so long to contact the police?
I searched the whole neighborhood for him. I thought he couldn't have gone far.
All right. That's all the questions I have for now. You're free to go, Mr. Mars. We'll continue to look for Sean overnight. We'll contact you if we have any more questions.
Do you think the origami killer...
Listen, your son's probably just run off and he'll turn up in a couple hours.
But what if it is the origami killer?
Well, then we have about 4 days to find him alive.
Did they find something?
No, nothing yet, but they're gonna keep looking through the night.
Do they think it's the origami killer?
It's still too early to say, but it is a possibility.
What happened, Ethan? How could you lose Sean like that? You should never have taken your eyes off him. I mean, for God's sake, how hard is it to keep your eye on a child in the park? Why did you leave him, Ethan? Why? Wasn't it enough losing Jason? I'm sorry. It's not what I meant to say. I miss him so much.
Good evening.
Good evening to you, sir. Can I help you, sir?
Well, I hope so. My name's Scott Shelby. I'm a private detective. I'm investigating the case of the origami killer. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
My son is dead, Mr. Shelby. I have nothing more to say.
The killer has kidnapped another victim. A 10-year-old boy. Like your son, Risa. I have 4 days before we find his body on a deserted stretch of wasteland.
No one did anything to save my son. Now, you would please to move along, sir.
I also lost someone I loved. I know what you're feeling.
Then you will understand that I do not wish to talk about it.
Oh, do you sell inhalers? I'm all out, and at least I won't go away completely empty-handed.
In the back of the store, to the right.
Thanks. Inhalers are down at the far end of the store. Pity he didn't want to talk. Might have known something. Goddamn asthma. Can't breathe when it rains. Inhalers are down at the far end of the store.
Good evening, sir. Are you looking for something in particular?
Give me what you got in the register. Don't fucking try anything. Open the register, you dumb fuck. Put the money on the counter. Shit, are you deaf or what? Are you gonna open that fucking register or not?
No, sir. You do not have the right to steal that money from me.
Maybe it's less dangerous if I sneak up the alley behind
You
him.
cannot have it.
My gun.
What did you say?
I left it in the car.
Hey, you! Come here! I said come here now! Don't move! Hands up! Put your fucking hands up or I'll shoot!
Look, it's not worth it. Put the gun down and just walk away.
You giving me advice? I'll give you some fucking advice!
Don't panic. Let's just stay calm. Nobody here wants to hurt you. We're all just gonna be cool, and everything will be all right.
Yeah. I'm cool, man. Everything's gonna be all fucking right.
My name's Scott. What about you? What's your name?
Andrew. My name's Andrew.
Do you have anyone you care for in your life? A girlfriend, maybe? A family?
Yeah. A little girl. I got a little girl. Her name's Jessica.
What would Jessica think if she saw you here? Ask yourself, what would happen to her if things go wrong? You haven't done anything serious yet. If you put the gun away, we'll forget about what just happened, and that will be the end of it. Just walk away.
Nothing serious. Shit, man! What the fuck do you think I'm doing here?
Now, I want you to put the gun back in your pocket and quietly walk out of the store. My friend and I will forget about what just happened, and you'll have earned a second chance not to fuck up your life. What do you say?
Thousand thank you, sir. I don't know what would have happened if you had not been here.
Well, at least I didn't come by for nothing. Have a nice day.
When my boy, Reza, disappeared, I received a letter with a locker ticket inside. Inside the locker, I found this box. I do not understand what it means, but I think it must be a sort of message from the man who took my son from me.
Can I?
Take the box if it can be of any use to you at all. It did not help me to save Reza, but maybe it will help you find the other little boy. Mr. Shelby, I was beginning to think that there was no good to be found in this place. I can see now that I was wrong.
I shouldn't take those damn pills again. 2:47 a.m. Always the same time. A hot shower. That'll create the magic of sleep. Maybe I'll go to bed and give the sleep thing one more shot. If I try to stay busy, it might actually help me get to sleep. Goddamn insomnia. I'm totally exhausted, but I just can't sleep. I really need sleep. How hard can it be to fall asleep? I swear I heard something. Good job, Madison. I think you're starting to lose it. I swear that shadow just moved. It's freaking me out. Girl, get a grip. The door's locked tight, and you're home alone. I think I'm starting to be seriously scared. Look, going without sleep is driving me crazy. Get up, close the fridge door, go to bed. Simple. How on earth did the fridge just open like that? Get it together, girl. You probably just left it open by accident. The fridge door. I'm sure I closed it. Come on, it couldn't have just opened on its own. There's someone here. There's someone in the apartment. The phone on the desk. I could call for help. The front door. It's the only way out. If I can reach it, I still have a chance.
When the parents came home from church, all their children were gone. They searched and called for them, they cried and begged, but it was all to no avail. The children have never been seen again. I have to get out of here and find out what this ticket is about. That letter might be linked to Sean's disappearance. I need to show it to the police. It looks like the ticket to a locker. I'm the origami killer. I black out, and then the murdering starts. I know it's me. What does it mean? Some sort of fairy tale? The origami figure in my hand after my blackout. It's the same one the killer leaves in the hands of his victims. I've never done origami in my life. Goddamn reporters! They've been camped outside my house all day. This doesn't make any sense. It couldn't have been me. I couldn't ever have done that. What did I do with Sean? I must have done something, but I just can't remember. I couldn't have hurt him. I love him. I love him with all my heart, but what in God's name did I do when he was on the carousel? I'm exhausted. I didn't sleep a wink all night. I'd give anything to know where Sean is now. There's no way back for me if I've done anything to hurt Sean. This angel on the ticket, I'm sure I've seen it somewhere before. I think I know where this ticket comes from. Someone sent me that letter for a reason. I'm just not gonna make it. I'm tightening up. I can't go on. Maybe I could come back later, when there's less of a crowd. No time to waste. I need to find out what's in that locker. I can't make it. Too many people. Too many people. Jason! Jason, come back! The balloon! Gotta get the balloon! Jason! Jason, Dad's here! Jason! You gotta be kidding. This is driving me crazy! The balloon! Gotta get the balloon! Jason. It's Jason. He's there. He's right there. This time I'll save him. Jason! The balloon. Gotta get the balloon. Jason! The balloon. Gotta get the balloon. The balloon. Gotta get the balloon. Jason! The balloon. Gotta get the balloon. Jason! Made it. I made it. I managed to get through the goddamn crowd. A nightmare. The whole thing was just a fucking nightmare. Jason is line 18, box number 3. Line 18, box number 3. The locker number. It's on the ticket. Am I the one who put this box in the locker? I don't remember. A shoebox. What's the connection with Sean's disappearance? I took a room in the first motel I saw. The box from the locker. What am I gonna find inside? Gotta open it and find out what's inside.
Sean.
Where are you? I'm so cold. Dad! Dad!
The killer is white, aged between 30 and 45. He doesn't act on impulse, but plans his crimes in a very meticulous fashion. He doesn't have anything personal against the victims. That's why he covers their faces with mud, to make them anonymous.
Why does he kill them if he doesn't have anything against them?
For him, they're more of an image, a symbol. That's probably why he gives them an origami figure and an orchid as gifts to apologize for what he's done to them.
Very interesting. And where does all that get us?
The best way of tracking a predator is to be familiar with his behavior.
That may be true in novels, but there's a child's life at stake here.
Continue, Jaden.
Then I studied the geographical distribution of the murders. Generally, a killer commits his first murder near to where he lives, so he has a safe place to flee to if any complications arise. The more confident he becomes, the further he roams from his base. By analyzing the locations where the victims disappeared, I was able to isolate a zone where the killer might live.
And what size is this, zone?
For the moment, about 10 square miles.
Oh, great. Must be 10,000 people live in that sort of area. You gonna question them one by one?
The more clues we get, the more we can reduce the zone. We can then cross-check it with our list of suspects and identify the killer. One detail attracted my attention. The interval between the time when a victim disappears and the time when the body is found ranges from 3 to 5 days. But the rainfall is always at 6 inches, give or take 10%.
What on earth does that mean?
All the victims were drowned in rainwater. The killer kills only in the fall when there is plenty of rain. It could be that he puts them in some sort of well or tank that is open to the skies and that fills up with rainwater. The more it rains, the less time the victim has to live.
So what's next?
There are 2 suspects whose psychological profile might fit and can be connected to the comfort zone. I'd like to question them.
God damn it. We're wasting our time with this bullshit. The killer's out there somewhere, and we gotta get off our asses and find him.
Blake, I've had just about enough of your shit. You've been chasing this guy for what, 2 years? And what are you caught, huh? Nothing! Abso-fucking-lutely nothing!
What, you think you can do a better fucking job than me with your psychology degree and your great glasses? Well, let me tell you something, pal. That don't mean zip when it comes to getting out there. You're just a fucking bureaucrat.
I came here to find a killer. And that is exactly what I'm gonna do. With or without your help.
Fucking asshole! That's enough! You said it took 6 inches of rainfall before the victim died. How much time do we have left?
If the weather forecasts are right, less than 72 hours.